Mama Caro was a kind and friendly woman who sold all sorts of things that families needed. Once upon a time, in a busy market in Nigeria, there was a little shop painted in bright yellow and green. The shop was called Mama Caro's Provision Shop. Mama Caro was a kind and friendly woman who sold all sorts of things that families needed, like rice, beans, sugar, and milk. Everyone in the market knew Mama Caro because her shop was always full of customers. One morning, a young boy named Chike ran to Mama Caro's shop to buy some biscuits for his little sister, Ada. As he got closer, he noticed something strange. There were lots more people at Mama Caro's shop than usual. The shop was so crowded that people had to wait in a long line just to buy things. Chike felt curious. Why are so many people here today? He wondered. He decided to find out. He sneaked around to the back of the shop where no one could see him. There, hidden behind some big bags of rice, Chike saw something mysterious. Whoa! It was a small dark pot buried in the ground, really. It looked very old and had some strange markings on it. Chike had heard stories from his grandma about charms that could make magical things happen. Could this be a charm? He thought. Just then, he heard footsteps. Chike quickly hid behind the bags of rice. It was Mama Caro. She was talking to herself and didn't see Chike hiding. This should keep things busy, she said with a smile, looking at the spots where the pot was buried. Chike's heart was beating fast. He had so many questions. What is in that spot? Why is Mama Caro talking to it? Does it really bring more customers? He knew he had to find out more. But just then, his friend Amaka called out to him from the front of the shop. Chike, come help me choose some sweets, she said. Chike looked back at the hidden pot and then at Amaka. He decided to keep the secret for now and went to help his friend. But he knew he would come back later to learn more about Mama Caro's mysterious charm. As Chike walked away, the breeze blew over the shop and the leaves rustled as if they were whispering secrets. The mystery of Mama Caro's shop was just beginning, and Chike was right at the heart of it. Chike couldn't stop thinking about the mysterious spot he had seen hidden behind Mama Caro's shop. That night at dinner, he was quiet, playing with his food, lost in thoughts. His sister Ada noticed and nudged him. "What's wrong, Chike?" Chike just shook his head. "It's nothing," he whispered. But Ada knew her brother well. She knew he was keeping a secret. The next morning, Chike decided to visit Mama Caro's shop again. He wanted to see if the pot was still there. As he approached the shop, he saw that it was even busier than the day before. How can a shop be so busy every day? He thought. Chike waited until no one was looking and sneaked to the back again. The pot was still there, buried and unnoticeable. Just as he was about to get a closer look, he heard Mama Caro's voice. "Chike, what are you doing back here?" she asked, sounding surprised but not angry. Chike stuttered. I lost my ball, Mama Caro. I was looking for it." Mama Caro looked at him with a soft smile. "All right, but don't go snooping around, okay? It's not safe for little boys." She ushered him gently back to the front. Chike felt more puzzled than ever. He needed help to solve this mystery. He decided to tell Ada. After school, under the big mango tree near their house, he shared everything with her. The crowd at the shop, the hidden pot, and his suspicions. Ada's eyes grew wide with excitement. "We should watch the shop together," she suggested. "Maybe we can learn more about the charm." For the next few days, Chike and Ada spent time watching Mama Caro's shop from a distance. They noticed many people coming and going, some looking just as curious about the crowd as they were. One evening, as the market was about to close and the sun was setting, Chike and Ada hid behind a nearby store. They saw Mama Caro walking towards the back of the shop. They held their breaths and watched. Mama Caro stood by the pot where the pot was buried, looking around to make sure no one was watching. And then she did something unexpected. She started talking quietly to the pot, saying words that Chike and Ada could not understand. It sounded like a strange song or a chant. Suddenly, a cold wind blew around them, and the leaves rustled louder than before. Chike and Ada looked at each other, their hearts racing. They knew something magical was happening, but they needed to find out what it was. Just then, their friend Amaka appeared beside them, surprising them. "What are you two doing here?" she asked, curious. Chike and Ada looked at each other, unsure whether to share the secret with Amaka. Chike hesitated, but Ada, feeling a rush of adventurous spirits, decided to trust their friend. "Amaka, we think Mama Caro has a charm buried behind her shop that's making her so busy," Ada whispered excitedly. Amaka's eyes widened with wonder and a bit of disbelief. "A charm? Like magic?" she asked. "Yes, like magic," Chike confirmed. "We've seen her talking to it." Amaka, intrigued by the mystery and the possibility of a real adventure, quickly joined in. "We need to find out more about it. Maybe it's a good charm." From that day, the trio started their little investigation. They took turns watching the shop and noting everything unusual. They saw many people come and go, some leaving the shop with happy smiles and others with looks of deep thoughts, as if they couldn't believe their luck. As days passed, Chike, Ada, and Amaka gathered more clues. They noticed that early in the morning, before the market filled with the loud chatter of buyers and sellers, Mama Caro would go to the back of her shop. She would stand there quietly, sometimes with her eyes closed, as if she was saying a prayer or casting a spell. One evening, as Chike lay in bed, he thought about everything they had observed. He felt a mix of excitement and nervousness. What kind of charm could it be? Why would Mama Caro need it? He decided they needed to get a closer look at the pots. But why? The next morning, Chike shared his plan with Ada and Amaka. "We need to see the pots up close when Mama Caro isn't there," he said. "But how will we know when she's not around?" Amaka asked. "We watch," Ada suggested. "We watch until we find the perfect time." So they did. They watched Mama Caro's shop even more carefully, learning her routine. They noted when she arrived in the morning, when she took her lunch break, and when she was busy with deliveries. Finally, they found the perfect moment. Every Thursday afternoon, Mama Caro attended a market meeting with other shop owners. That was their chance. The following Thursday, as soon as Mama Caro left for her meeting, Chike, Ada, and Amaka crept to the back of the shop. They dug carefully around the pots, making sure not to disturb it too much. It was a small clay pot with symbols etched around it, symbols none of them recognized. Amaka gently brushed the dirt from the pot's surface. "This must be important," she said, pointing at the symbols. Just then, they heard footsteps. Part 2 of the story is dropping tomorrow. Subscribe to this channel and like the video to find out